everyone, I'm Tracy Cox. I'm one of the teaching liaison librarians at the University of Newcastle Library. Here with me today is Jennifer Go, who's also a teaching liaison librarian, representing our focus on the library session on effective web searching today. So I'd just like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the lands within our footprint areas, the Awabakal, Darkinjung, Biripi, Worimi, Wonnarua and the Eora nations. We also pay respect to the wisdoms of the elders past and present. I'd like to extend this acknowledgement and pay my respects to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. I recognise that First Nations sovereignty was never ceded. This continent always was and always will be Aboriginal land. So what we'll cover today is Google searching. So we'll be looking at phrase searching and site searching. We'll also be looking at Google Scholar. So what is Google Scholar, how to access it, how to use Google Scholar, and a concept known as snowball searching. So I'll pass it over to Jennifer, who will take you through Google searching.
So hi everyone, I'm Jennifer and I'm just going to take you through Google searching. There will be times when you'll need to use Google to find information you can't get from the library databases. For example, you might need to look for policy documents from government sites. Now, if your course coordinator provides you with website links, then that makes it easier for you to access. But if you don't have those links, you can use some of these strategies to get more reliable and relevant results. I'm going to look at the topic of climate change. Now, you notice in the results, we get results from organizations. As you can see, it's got .org there. We get things from government.gov, and that's from America. We get Wikipedia articles, we get news feeds and videos. So we're getting a lot of things that may not necessarily be relevant. So when you're working on your assignments, there are usually 2 or more concepts that you can search on. So in this case, let's look at climate change and resource management. Okay, so if we search on climate change and resource management, these are results we get. We're still getting a mixture of things. We're getting things from Victorian government now. We're getting things from federal government in Australia. We're getting things still from organisations. We've cut out the news feeds. We've still got videos and things. So the other things that we can do is adopt phrase searching. So phrase searching is where you enclose your phrases in quotation marks. So if you want to search specifically for the phrase climate change and resource management, that's what you do. Usually it helps to put in the Boolean operator and, still giving us different results that we can trawl through here. Unfortunately, it's not showing me the number of results returned because it normally does show it here, but for some reason it's not. But it would be decreased, that's for sure. Now, within this search here, you'll notice that we've managed to filter out the websites. Okay. And also the news feeds, as I mentioned before. You can also specify what types of sites you want to search within. So if you're only interested in finding out what the New South Wales government is doing in the area of climate change and resource management, what you can do is put in and site .newsouthwales.gov.au. So all the results that are returned are from New South Wales government sites only. Okay. Now within that too, you can specify results from a particular time frame. So if we're looking at things from the past year, you can narrow that down to, and that would probably has narrowed it down to only a few hundred. But as I said, I'm not sure why my result number is not showing. There are more search strategies you can apply to a Google search, but we don't have time to go through this in this Library Bites session. So if you want more information, feel free to book a librarian. And I'm going to hand back to Tracy now.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about what is Google Scholar. So Google Scholar is a free academic search engine that can be thought of as the academic version of Google. Rather than searching all of the information on the web, it searches repositories of publishers, universities, and scholarly websites. So it's generally a smaller subset of the pool that Google searches, and it's all done automatically, but most of the search results tend to be reliable scholarly resources. So how best to access Google Scholar? You can type it into your web browser, but that is not the way we want you to go. We want you to go to the library website, which is newcastle.edu.au/library, and scroll down until you reach library search. Now here you can see Google Scholar here. You can also access Google Scholar from within library search up on this tile up here. So Google Scholar up here. So this ensures that the link between our university and Google Scholar is turned on or activated. If you find you aren't getting access to full text resources or you're getting stuck at paywalls, you can also make sure that this connection, this link is turned on by selecting the hamburger menu in the top left-hand side of the screen, selecting settings, and checking that under library links, the University of Newcastle is turned on there. And if it's not, you can search for it in the search bar and add it. So let's just go back to the home of Google Scholar. And I'm going to do a similar search to what Jennifer just did. I'm going to choose climate change in that phrase searching, so I'm enclosing it in speech marks. And I'm just going to look for resource management and climate change. So you can see here we've filtered out by using Google Scholar. We're not getting news articles, we're not getting videos, we're not getting images, those type of things. We're getting scholarly academic articles about our concepts. So you can filter on the left-hand side here. We can sort by relevance or sort by date, and we can select when we want items to be published since 2020, 23, 24, or select a custom range, which is what I will be doing now. So just take note here, we've got 1 million results in Google Scholar about climate change and resource management. So I need to filter that down by changing my custom range. Let's have a look in the last 5 years and search. Okay, so we dropped from 1 million results down to 130,000 results just by changing that custom range date. So here you can see the article. Down here it says cited by 499. So that shows how many other published articles that can be found that have referenced this article in their writing. Related articles is just what it says. It may also help you broaden your research further by finding other articles that are related to your topic. And if you're having trouble finding a full text version of the article, select the All Versions button, and they may help you find a more freely available version of the article. So sometimes you need to find related resources on your topic, and an easy way to do that in Google Scholar is something called a snowball search. So I'm looking here, and this article is on my topic, and I can see that 499 people have already also cited this article. So I'm going to select that. And now I can see all 499 articles there. Now, if I want to find more related articles, I can search through these 499 results by selecting this Search Within Citing Articles button. Now I can put in some more key terms up here in the bar. So as you can see, mitigation is my search. And now I've just searched within those 499 articles. And of these 499 articles, about 219 of these mention the word mitigation. So it's just a way to narrow down your search further by finding more related items on your topic. So let's just pop back to our little screen here. There's lots of places where you can get further help from the library. We've got our library chat that's manned Monday through Sunday for various hours, where you can talk directly to a librarian. You can also ask the library a question via email or provide some feedback. And you can also book a librarian appointment, which is a one-on-one appointment for 25 minutes at a time and place that suits you. That's basically it for our session. Thank you very much.